Morning is the foundation of the day. The way you wake up, the choices you make within the first few hours, and the rhythm you establish all shape not only how you feel today, but also how your body will function over years. For people over 50, mornings become even more important. At this stage of life, the body does not bounce back as easily from poor habits, sleep loss, or unhealthy routines as it once did. Hormonal changes, slower metabolism, reduced muscle mass, and greater risk of chronic disease all make it crucial to treat the morning as a time of renewal. Doctors across America agree that the right morning routine after 50 can improve energy, protect the heart, sharpen memory, and even slow aging. The key is not perfection, but consistency. By following evidence-based practices each morning, you can build a foundation of health that lasts. The first part of any morning routine is waking up consistently. Doctors emphasize the importance of a regular sleep-wake cycle, especially after 50, when circadian rhythms can become disrupted. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day stabilizes your body clock, improves sleep quality, and reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and depression. Many older adults tend to drift into irregular patterns, staying up late one night and going to bed early the next. This inconsistency confuses the body and results in fatigue. A consistent wake time is one of the simplest yet most powerful steps you can take to protect your health. Aim to wake up naturally with morning light whenever possible, as natural light helps reset circadian rhythms and boosts mood-regulating hormones. Once awake, hydration is the next priority. During sleep, the body becomes mildly dehydrated. Dehydration can worsen stiffness, fatigue, and even cognitive fog, all common complaints after 50. Doctors recommend starting the morning with a glass of water before coffee or tea. This simple step restores fluid balance, aids digestion, and helps kickstart metabolism. Some people add a slice of lemon for vitamin C and taste, but plain water works just as well. The point is to rehydrate the body before loading it with caffeine. Movement should follow soon after. One of the challenges after 50 is maintaining flexibility, strength, and circulation. Hours of inactivity, especially overnight, make joints stiff and muscles tight. Gentle morning stretching, yoga, or even 5 minutes of mobility exercises help restore flexibility and reduce the risk of injury. Doctors often advise a short walk outside in the morning light. This combines physical activity with natural sunlight exposure, improving cardiovascular health, bone strength through vitamin D, and mental well-being. Even if you cannot commit to a long workout in the morning, 10 to 15 minutes of movement can transform how you feel for the rest of the day. Nutrition is the next building block of a strong morning routine. Skipping breakfast can be fine for some younger adults, but after 50, balanced nutrition in the morning is particularly important. A healthy breakfast stabilizes blood sugar, prevents energy crashes, and supports concentration. Doctors recommend foods rich in protein and fiber, rather than sugar and refined carbs. Eggs, Greek yogurt, oatmeal with nuts and fruit, or a smoothie with vegetables and protein powder are excellent options. These foods provide sustained energy and protect against insulin spikes, which are more dangerous as the risk of type 2 diabetes increases with age. Processed pastries, sugary cereals, or white bread, on the other hand, cause blood sugar surges and inflammation, contributing to artery damage and weight gain. By choosing whole, nutrient-dense foods, you protect both your heart and your brain. Mindfulness is another powerful addition to the morning. Stress affects people at all ages, but after 50, its impact on health becomes more visible. Chronic stress raises blood pressure, weakens immunity, accelerates memory decline, and increases the risk of heart disease. Doctors recommend starting the morning with a mindfulness practice such as meditation, prayer, deep breathing, or journaling. Even 5 minutes can lower cortisol, levels and create a sense of calm that carries through the day. Some people find gratitude journaling especially effective. Writing down 3 things you are thankful for each morning shifts focus away from stress toward positivity, which has measurable health benefits. Limiting screen time in the first hour after waking is also advised. Checking email, news, or social media immediately upon waking floods the brain with information and stress hormones. This digital overload disrupts focus and increases anxiety. Doctors encourage replacing this habit with something restorative. Reading a few pages of a book, listening to calming music, stretching, or simply sitting quietly with your coffee or tea, giving the mind space to wake up, slowly prevents stress from setting the tone for the rest of the day. Physical exercise beyond light. Stretching is highly beneficial in the morning for those able to handle it. Doctors recommend moderate intensity aerobic exercise such as brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even dancing for at least 20 to 30 minutes most days of the week. For people over 50, exercising in the morning ensures it gets done before distractions or fatigue set in. Morning workouts also regulate appetite, improve sleep quality at night, and enhance insulin sensitivity throughout the day. For those who cannot manage longer sessions, even short bouts of exercise can accumulate to make a difference. Consistency matters more than intensity. Strength training deserves special mention in any morning routine. After 50, muscle mass naturally declines with age, a process known as sarcopenia.
This loss of muscle not only reduces strength, but also lowers metabolism, increases the risk of falls, and worsens overall health. Incorporating simple strength exercises in the morning, such as bodyweight squats, push-ups against a wall, or light weightlifting, helps maintain muscle and bone density. Another critical part of a healthy morning routine is medication management. Many older adults take prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, or other chronic conditions. Morning is an ideal time to establish a consistent medication routine. Doctors advise using a pill organizer or smartphone reminders to avoid missed doses. Nutrition, exercise, and stress management are the pillars, but mental stimulation is equally important. After 50, cognitive decline becomes a concern. Starting the day with mental challenges such as crossword puzzles, learning a language, or even reading educational articles stimulates the brain and protects memory. Sunlight exposure deserves special emphasis. Morning light not only resets circadian rhythms, but also helps with vitamin D synthesis. Vitamin D deficiency is common among older adults and contributes to bone weakness, depression, and immune problems. Spending even 10 minutes outdoors in the morning sun can improve mood and health dramatically. Doctors encourage seniors to combine morning walks with sunlight exposure for a double benefit. Social connection can also be part of a morning routine. Loneliness and isolation are growing concerns for older adults. Reaching out to a family member, texting a friend, or even greeting neighbors during a morning walk strengthens social bonds. Studies show that social connection reduces the risk of dementia, depression, and heart disease. Making morning contact a habit adds emotional resilience to physical health. Caffeine deserves thoughtful management. Many people rely on coffee or tea to start the day. Doctors do not advise eliminating caffeine completely unless medically necessary, but they recommend moderation. 1 to 2 cups of coffee or tea in the morning can enhance focus and energy, but excessive caffeine, especially later in the day, disrupts sleep and raises anxiety. Seniors are often more sensitive to caffeine, so keeping intake moderate and earlier in the day protects health. Morning routines should also account for posture and breathing. Slouching or shallow breathing upon waking limits oxygen intake and energy. Doctors encourage practicing a few deep breaths and sitting or standing tall in the morning. Proper breathing oxygenates the brain and body, increasing alertness. Small details like posture, though often overlooked, play a significant role in daily vitality. Another element doctors recommend is personal hygiene and self-care. Showering, brushing teeth, and grooming in the morning are not just about cleanliness. They create a sense of renewal and readiness. This psychological boost has measurable effects on mood and motivation. Seniors who maintain personal care routines are less likely to feel depressed or withdrawn. Morning self-care sets the tone for confidence and engagement with the world. Meal timing is also an important consideration. Intermittent fasting has become popular, and research shows it can benefit metabolic health. For those over 50, fasting windows can be adjusted to personal needs. Some people may feel better with breakfast, while others may benefit from delaying the first meal until mid-morning. Doctors advise listening to your body and ensuring that when you do eat, the meal is balanced and nutrient-rich. Avoiding processed, sugary, or fried foods in the morning is essential for stable energy. For people managing chronic conditions, morning routines should be adapted accordingly. Diabetics, for example, must monitor blood sugar levels. People with high blood pressure should check their readings. Those with arthritis benefit from gentle joint exercises upon waking. Doctors stress personalization. The best routine is one that matches your health status and lifestyle. Another overlooked but important morning practice is planning the day. Taking a few minutes to write down priorities reduces stress and increases productivity. For seniors, this practice also prevents the sense of drifting or wasting time, which can lead to depression. A written plan structures the day and provides small victories as tasks are completed. Doctors also remind people over 50 to limit alcohol intake, especially in the evenings, because it disrupts sleep and worsens morning fatigue. By maintaining healthier evening habits, mornings become more restorative. Good mornings begin with good nights. Finally, gratitude and reflection give mornings meaning. At this stage of life, health is not just about numbers or routines. It is about appreciating the gift of another day. Doctors who work closely with older patients often emphasize the psychological side of health. Patients who begin the day with gratitude, optimism, and a sense of purpose live longer and better lives. In summary, the best morning routine for people over 50 is built on consistency, hydration, light movement, balanced nutrition, mindfulness, sunlight, social connection, and personal care. It avoids the traps of sugary breakfasts, excessive screen time, and irregular schedules. It strengthens the body, protects the heart, sharpens the mind, and nurtures the spirit. Doctors are clear. Mornings are not just another part of the day. They are the foundation upon which the rest of life is built. For those over 50, every morning is an opportunity to add years to your life and life to your years. By choosing wisely each morning, you give yourself the best possible chance at a future filled with energy, clarity, and joy.
Subscribe, and I promise that every time you return, you will find a message waiting for you. A message of hope, of love, of belonging. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not alone. I am here, and I will keep being here as long as you let me. So stay with me. Do not walk away from this moment. Make the choice to hold on, to stay close, to never let go. Because together, we can make even the darkest nights feel a little brighter. This is my message to you, my heart to yours, my voice to your soul. And all I ask in return is that you let me stay with you. Click subscribe, and you will never have to feel like I am gone. Together, we will keep walking this journey, hand in hand, heart to heart, never alone again. A reminder that though the body is aging, the spirit still has work to do. Maybe it is work of memory, maybe of healing, maybe of prayer. Maybe it is simply the work of sitting with one's own soul and realizing that being awake is itself a kind of miracle. In the end, the question is not why old people wake up at 3 in the morning. The question is, what would they do with that hour? What meaning will they give it? Will they let it weigh them down? Or will they let it lift them into gratitude? Because every time the eyes open at 3 a.m., it is not just the end of sleep. It is another chance to live, to remember, and to hold life a little closer. And if you are here listening right now, I want to leave you with this blessing. May your nights be peaceful. May your mornings be filled with light. And may every hour you are given remind you that your story still matters. You are not alone in this journey, and your life is still a gift. If this message touched your heart, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. It helps us share more wisdom, more comfort, and more reminders that you are never forgotten. Stay with us, because together, even the quiet hours of the night can feel a little less lonely.